There we go, that's up and running now. Getting a little bit from that. There we go. Hey, thanks for the like. Omar, what's going on, man? Fonte, how are you? Let's see, let's swap that to, how about our, yeah, there we go, I'll swap to that one. Oh, happy Glocktober, everybody. Not doing bad at all. Just getting our sales set up. Talking about some slides today. Got some orders to ship out. Figure we'll answer questions and talk slides. Yes, we do. Stiffler Manufacturing. We mill all these slides from 17.4 stainless steel. Let's see, this one's going off to California. Gotta make sure to hit the post office today. Nothing on the 26 just yet. We're almost ready there, Omar, but not 100% happy with it. Need to make some sales, order some more steel and parts. But it's almost there. Just on the cusp of being ready. And for those of you new, welcome to Stiffler Manufacturing. We make all of these slides here at a 17.4 stainless steel. We do all the Cerakote work ourselves. We make them for the Glock 19 Gen 3 as well as the 17, and as Omar was asking, we are working on the 26. Interestingly enough, working on the 26 is actually a little harder than working on the 19 was. And the 17, of course, being longer, came with its own problems, but those were easily remedied. Let's see, this one's going off to Florida. Oh, thank you, Omar. Yeah, I know. We'll, once we have it ready, I imagine we'll have quite a few sales. Or at least I'd hope we would. This month, we are doing our Glocktober sale. So everything you see before you, 15% off. And then, of course, our black and orange slides are going to be 20% off. You know, because Halloween. Oh, and this one's going off to Massachusetts. All right. Completely opposite ends of the country, California, Massachusetts, and Florida. Yahoo! What's going on, man? No, we don't do anything with CZ yet. Maybe someday in the future, as we continue to grow. Right now it's just the Glock 19 and 17 and Gen 3, and we're slowly finishing up the 26. Wide variety of colors, gold, shimmer aluminum, USMC red, bright purple, NRA blue, different stencils from Tactical Penguin. Hey McMahon, what's going on? Yeah, Omar, that's because we have a limited amount of the rainbow barrels, so we allocated those for complete builds. Once we get some more in, they'll start being sold for individual sale. We're doing our Glocktober sale, McMahon. 15% off all strip slides, 20% off black and orange ones. All month long. Axon, what's going on? Welcome to Stiffler Manufacturing. And feel free to ask questions. I'm just sitting here packaging stuff up. There we go. Okay, now let's see. This was the Massachusetts one. I forgot my tape. There we are. And some tape. But yeah, those of you just joining us, we mill all these ourselves in Arizona, all out of 17.4 stainless steel. We know a lot of competitors use 416, so our steel's a little harder, a little more corrosion resistant. Allows us to do some cool design stuff, kind of like this here, that you couldn't do with 416. As you've seen with some companies, there tends to be some cracking. 17.4 just gives you that little bit of extra edge. Now you'll see us, along with a few others, there's not a whole lot of companies doing 17.4. So you've got Grey Ghost Precision, Zev, Zafiri, of course Stiffler Manufacturing. Most others, they tend to do 416. You know, which is good steel. It's good gun steel. It's just, it has its limitations too. Okay, this one's almost packed up. Packing slip, in it goes. We don't get too many orders from Massachusetts, but this guy's getting his. And we ship to every single state in the country and most of the territories. There we go. Actually, we have shipped to all 50 states. So that was pretty cool. And we were checking our sales listings. we have shipped everything to every state, which is pretty cool. The last state I want to say was Delaware. They were a holdout for a while. Amaldo Jesus, what's going on, man? Welcome to Stiffler Manufacturing. We make all these slides that you see here before you. I'm getting one shipped out to Massachusetts right now. And please feel free to ask any questions, or if you have any builds yourself, particular optics you like, slides you like, what's your EDC? My EDC is usually a Glock Gen 5 19, or one of our own clones. Quite frankly, this one pretty often. Axon, we range from 145 to 285 depending on the model and if it's a complete or stripped, but this month we are doing our Glocktober sale, so all stripped slides are 15% off, except black slides and orange slides, kind of like this one here. These are 20% off. Whole month, October 1st to October 31st. I mean, technically the sale ends on November 1st to accompany, complement time zones, account for all that. But, October 31st. So if you're a little late, you've got a few hours. There we go. Let's see. This one is off to Florida. Too easy. Wrap this one up. And of course, all the slides get wrapped in bubble wrap, get put in a plastic box like this, helps protect it from shock. And then we wrap them in polymer bags to protect them from moisture. Some have said we're overpacking them, but you know what? I'd rather the slide be overpacked and get to you nice and safe than it being underpacked. We've learned that the post office is not always very gentle with packages. Hey Danny, what's going on? We don't do anything with SIG. We only have the slides you see before you. Well, actually, we have a lot of slides, but we only make slides that fit the Gen 3 Glock 19 and 17, and we're working on the 26 right now. We might explore SIG as we continue to grow. Of course, I know with the recent issues with the 320, a lot of people have been turned off SIG as of late. But all of our slides do come optic ready with a Trijicon RMR flat optic cut. And they also come with an aluminum RMR cover plate. A lot of companies use plastic cover plates. Those tend to crack and break over time. Hey, Shanti Arnold. They range from 145 to 285 on our website. And for this month, we're doing our Glocktober sale, so our slides are between 15 and 20% off. Oh, the Bengal slide. Yeah, I knew people were going to link that. But yeah, the Orange Tiger slide, it is normally $165, but we are taking 20% off this month, as long as you use the code Glocktober. Oh yeah, which competitor is that, McMahon? Not that I like to talk crap about other businesses, but it's always good to know if we're doing well. Thanks, Jerry. Thanks for commenting. I can't promise it'll happen anytime soon, though, Danny, because right now we're working on the 26, and after that we're going to work on the 43, and I don't know where we'll grow from there. I imagine we'll do a 20, a 21, a 22, and a 23 someday. Accent, I'm just not sure when. All of it depends on how we grow as a business. Oh yeah, links in the description, but here we go. Let's pop that there for you guys, and we'll pin that. Are they anodized or painted? They are painted with Cerakote. For example, this is an H-series Cerakote called Shimmer Aluminum. This is a bright purple. This is another H-series called Gold. And this one here is a combination of F-series, H-series, where it is Arctic White and Graphite Black. Express shipping? Not really. Just USPS Ground Advantage for the most of the time. Shipping rate's 1 to 2 weeks because everything is made to order. So all these slides here you see start out as a bar of steel. That said, I think we're doing pretty good on 1 to 2 weeks. I know we have some competitors out there that are up to like 3 to 6 months. Oh, thank you very much, Jackson. STT, hello, how you doing? Do we ship to Germany? No, unfortunately, we can only ship within the United States and its territories, and that's because of ITAR regulations, the U.S. International Traffic and Arms Regulation. So we can only ship within the U.S. and its territories per the U.S. Department of State's Directorate of Defense Trade Controls, which limits our ability to sell firearms parts and accessories to other countries. You can do it if you get licensed, but we don't have that license. I don't know if we'll get it in the future. Probably not, but it's always a possibility. But for right now, and foreseeable future, just the United States and its territories like Puerto Rico, Guam, U.S. Virgin Islands. Oh yeah, not a problem, Giovanni. Thank you for asking. Greatly appreciate it. And thank you guys for the likes. Definitely appreciate it. Hey, Zoku, what's going on, man? Got our Glocktober sale running. Let's see, this one's here is going to California. So we'll get that all wrapped up here. I feel bad for California. They have banned future Glock sales starting in July, I do believe. And they are still looking at doing background checks on barrels. Oh yeah, got some gold. There we go. Let's get you in there. Hey, you get in your package. You get in your home. You just fit in there like you're supposed to. And, you know, compared to other companies who also have 17.4, I think we're doing great on the price because we start at $145 and go up to $285. Our slides also have optics cuts, front grip serrations, porting, whereas I've seen other companies doing $300, $400, $500 for strip slides. And our complete slides max out at like 285 right now. The closest we have to a plain slide Bapto would be like our Zoom slide. It does have a Trijicon RMR flat optic cut and front grip serrations. And it does have the chamfer cut that goes down. So less rounded than, say, a regular OEM Glock. Oh, we have the link pinned. It's also in our description, but stifflermanufacturing.com. Oh, anytime, Bato. Thank you for commenting. Yes, they are compatible with the PSA dagger. We actually test our slides, at least the 19 is. But we actually test our slides on PSA daggers, Glock OEM, Polymer 80, and SCT frames. So while I can't show it, this one here, I do have a PSA dagger frame with me, does actually fit on the frame. And we take them to the range and test fire them, and yep. Hey, look at that. I put it on and took it off faster than the director of the ATF. Look at me go. But yep, they work on PSA compacts. They also work on the PSA full-size S. At least for the 19s. How often do we have to clean them? Usually I do a light cleaning after each range trip, and then a detailed cleaning probably once a month. Hey, you ordered one, John? Which color did you get? And which model? For example, this gold one here has been fired, and it could use a little bit more love. But as you'll notice, it's only the undercarriage that gets that wear and tear. The exterior remains nice and clean. Ron Anderson, what's going on, man? Same for this one here with our camo style. Also 15% off. A little bit of wear and tear from running it, but the exterior remains good. A little bit of wear right here from holster. Oh, right on. I love that one. You know, that was actually a customer suggestion, and we just ran with it, and we loved it, the customer loved it, other customers loved it. Yeah, the Arctic camo is freaking awesome. Yes, we do, but our Glocktober sale is not on eBay. So our Glocktober sale, where you get 15 to 20% off our strip slides, is only on our website, stifflermanufacturing.com. eBay actually takes 13.6 to 30% of your sales. So a lot of 2A businesses would not like to sell on eBay, but people love eBay so much that you're kind of forced to. Also, eBay likes restricting 2A sales, so there's certain words you can't say and there's certain items you can't sell either. eBay is not exactly 2A friendly. It's just that they don't want to give up the money they get from the sales. So for example, one of our colors is called Sniper Gray. eBay would not let us post that for the longest time because of the word, sniper. Another one was called Bazooka Pink. They wouldn't let us post it because of the word bazooka. That's literally just the color of the Cerakote. Oh, definitely will, John. We are working on a Glock 26 style slide right now that's going to be similar to the SM19 Turbo. So we are working on more. It's just, you know, slow and steady. What footprints are the allodes available in? Oh, slides. So it's a Trijicon RMR flat optic cut if you're talking about this footprint. So it'll fit things like the Holosun 507C, the Gideon Omega, the Wolf X Pro from Siley, anything that's Trijicon RMR. And then, of course, unlike some other companies, we use aluminum RMR cover plates, not plastic, because those plastic cover plates tend to crack and break over time. Christian says he already sanded his slide down to a mere finish. Could that be Cerakoted on top of it? Kind of. So Cerakote needs a rough surface to bond to. So a mere finish, the Cerakote's probably going to wear off a lot faster. So you'd have to actually sand down the mere finish to a bit of a rough texture and then apply Cerakote. After, you know, you clean it and everything like that. You don't want any sanding debris to be on there when you Cerakote. You'll notice it if there's any debris left on there when you Cerakote. Oh, thank you guys for the likes. It's greatly appreciated. And for those of you just joining us, we are doing our... Actually, I'll pull it up on the website. We are doing our 20% off all black slides and all orange slides. So here we go. From October 1st to October 31st. Oh, thank you, Jerry. And then we are also doing 15% off all other strip slides that are not black or orange. So every color we have that's stripped, 15% off this entire month. And then 20% off if you're getting black or orange. Oh, and we got merch now too, so, you know, t-shirts and patches and things like that. And things that we have our stencils on, so like this tiger stripe, we got that from Tactical Penguin. That allowed us to make the striping. Same thing with this lightning one here, also from Tactical Penguin. Did that with an Arctic white, graphite black. This camo here, which is Mil-Spec OD Green, Desert Sand, and Glock FDE. Also courtesy of Tactical Penguin. Their stencils are great. And this is smooth. Sometimes you'll notice when you do a little... And it does take a little bit of practice. You could run your thumbnail across it and you will catch a little bit. And, you know, sometimes you will still catch a little bit. But we've noticed that utilizing their stencils has helped us keep it very smooth compared to some others we've used in the past. And for those of you looking for a closer to steel look, this is our shimmer aluminum. Because we don't normally sell raw slides individually. We will to businesses. Some business that's running their own Cerakote or anodizing or, you know, whatever custom work they want to do, we'll sell raw slides to them. We don't usually sell them individually. So this is our answer to that for those that were looking for that kind of appearance. And we don't normally put the Space Warns on sale, but this month, because Glocktober, these are also on sale. They are graphite black with simulated distressing, so you can see the stainless steel shining through. The cool thing about these is the distressing is different for every single slide. The process that creates them, you will not have any two slides that look exactly the same. Kind of the same with the lightning or the stripes or the camo stenciling, is none of them look exactly the same, so your slide will be uniquely yours. Like, yeah, the concept's the same, but none of them look exactly the same. Which I think is kind of cool. And for those of you who are concerned about Cerakote wear, yes, you will get wear where the metal rubs, but the exterior will last for quite a while. Like, we've shot this one quite a few times, but the exterior remains. Our bright purple, which I think looks great. Without a ported barrel? Let me take a look. Now for the discount, any completed options won't be discounted, just so you're aware. It's only the strip slides that are on sale this month. Let's see. We have a black flush barrel, SM17 orange. I don't see the ported one for orange. I must not be looking in the right spot. Let me take a quick look here. Orange. Looks like we only have one completed one listed. Here, I'll drop that link for you. It's a regular flush barrel. Or do you mean without the ported cut? You mean something more like the Zoom or like the Hellet? Well, actually, we don't have any Hellets in 17 yet. But if there is a barrel you want that we don't have listed, you can always reach out to us via our sales email, sales@stifflermanufacturing.com. And there's or if it's a color that we haven't had listed for a specific model, you can always request it. And then we'll just make it. Oh, there we go. We got messaged by Goliath Armament and Co. They do solvents and lubricants and stuff for guns, if you guys are thinking about checking them out. Speaking about lubricants, we have Ghostad Tactical here. I've been trying this out. This is their Ecto Lube. It smells like green apples. They make gun lubes that smell good, so if you ever get one of those, keep them away from your kids and your dogs. Zanti Misfit, what's going on, man? Ghost Barrel. Hey, man, there's about to be ghost barrels in California with what they got going on. And for those of you not aware, California's doing this thing with SB 704, I think it's called, where they are trying to make you get a background check for detachable barrels. So, you know, barrels for pistols. Now, most barrels don't have a serial number. Funny enough, Glock Gen 5s have serial numbers on their barrels, and California has banned Glock starting July of 2026. So you can't ever make California happy. You give them an inch, they will take a mile. Gotta love California, right? But hey, Zanti, what we got going on here is our Glocktober sale. It's 15% off all strip slides, and it's 20% off our black and orange strip slides. Fuds ain't happy, but us thugs ain't worried. I mean, have you built a gun today, people? Have you embraced 2A is the way? Oh, man, we're getting blown up on messages. Thank you so much, everybody. Oh, man, loving those likes. That's greatly appreciated. Also talking to Below Average Utah Dad in the background. He's picking up one of our orange slides and a complete for one of his giveaways. So if you guys haven't checked out Below Average Utah Dad, give him a look sometime. And he definitely needs the love because he got a YouTube strike, which, I mean, we are all subject to the social media gods. And they hate the 2A, so support your 2A channels, people. Build the 2A wall. Social media is not your friend. We get regularly restricted on Facebook, all the time. We actually got restricted once for wishing the United States Marine Corps a happy birthday. Yep. And we were like, hey, yeah, you know, just so you guys know, veterans and military service members get 10% off. That was it. That's all we said. Happy birthday. Thank you for your service. Military and veterans get 10% off. Active, National Guard, Reserve, y'all get 10% off all year long. Facebook, no, how dare you? Oh, looks like we've hit the YouTube metering. That's okay, I'll be on for a little while longer. Facebook does. Anything Meta, Facebook, Threads, Instagram. Though the funny thing is, Instagram, unlike YouTube, will let you hold firearms. Just like Rumble, Instagram doesn't have a problem with it. And we did that one night. We had, who did we have on there? Red Dawn Readiness, Dust Cover Actual, and RTT Guns and Gear along with us, just chatting, showing off guns. Instagram doesn't care. Facebook and YouTube cares, though. They're collecting photos. They've already got all my photos. I spent 10 years in the Army. They took photos regularly. They got my fingerprints. They got my DNA. I can't hide from nobody. Got to do all my shenanigans out in the open. That's okay, I'm just running cover for y'all, so you can all be sketchy weirdos. Now, so those of you that maybe not heard me earlier, I am talking to Goliath Armament & Co. in the background. They have solvents and lubrication. We have worked with Ghost Dad Tactical, also does gun lube. And, of course, talking with Below Average Utah Dad, Frag Out Design Studios, chatting them up a little bit earlier. And Jericho Armament LLC in Texas, they're trying to get their gun store set up. Local politician, or what should I say, local bureaucracy has kind of wrecked them a little bit. So if you happen to be in the Texas area for Jericho Armament, give them a look. They could use some love. I believe they are in and around Lubbock, Midland, and Odessa. Somewhere around there. So if you guys are in the area, give them a look. Got to support your businesses. Yeah, and funny enough, it's also partly because of the change of political parties, is that it is easier to sell when a Democrat is president, and it's harder to sell when a Republican's president. Hey, Gay, just for the 2A, buddy. But if you're going to sling some slanderous insults my way, you got to go beyond 3rd grade, buddy. This vet spent some time in the motor pool. He knows what's what. But you know what came out in 1882, Mr. 1882? The Springfield model bolt-action rifle, as well as the Spencer model pump-action shotgun. 1882, great year. And now I want a Springfield. Damn. I mean, I do have a 1903 Springfield. Beautiful rifle. Sadly, it was sporterized before I got it, so I'm always on the lookout for an original stock. But there's just something nice about a World War II, or World War I in this case, firearm. World War II ones are great as well. But I've got 2 World War I rifles. I've got a Lee Enfield, and I've got a 1903 Springfield. And then World War II, sadly, I do not have a Garand. I would love one. But I do have a Mosin from 1942. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful gun. But for those of you looking to build up your Generation 3 Glock 19s and 17s, we got you covered. Do a quick little refresh. And hey, look at that. We are up to 15 on the likes. Greatly appreciated. And we breached 1,400 on the subs. And thank you so much, guys, for that. let's see, I know it's Saturday, so I do have a live later tonight. Well, live I'm attending, a live that I am participating in. But it's going to be with DLD After Dark and Black Diamond Guns and Gear over on Rumble, unless it gets canceled. But usually they're pretty good about it on Saturdays. So if you guys are still around, you should check that out over on Rumble. And of course, give some love to Below Average Utah Dad, to Jericho Firearms, to Goliath Armament & Co., Frag Out Design Studios. Good guys. Emerald City Cerakote, been chatting them up. Go check out Shooting Gallery, DLD After Dark, Red Dawn Readiness, John Crump News, Dust Cover Actual. Go give Rando Wayne a look, Delonte Sullivan, East Coast Cerakote, Jesse B Outdoors. Just shout out to all those guys. Give them all a look. JSG Precision, Copperhead Customs, Poppy the Gun Guy, Magazine Magic, Pistol Pete Worldwide, Gonzalez Co. and Arms, Crack Shot Preparedness, Superior Triggers, Wolverine Arms. Oh man, Wolverine Arms did some really cool stuff. So we have this H-Series gold Cerakote for our slides, right? Wolverine Arms polished the slides down to a mirror finish and then plated them in actual gold. That was freaking cool looking. Hey, Focus, what's going on, man? You missed the crowd, but once I started getting towards 40 minutes, everything died down. Which is funny because YouTube is like, we're not limiting you. But it's like, how many 2A, content creators do we all know and businesses that once they hit the 30 to 45 minute mark, boom, everything drops. Oh, thank you, folks. Greatly appreciate it. And if you haven't heard, we are doing our Glocktober sale now. So all strip slides, 15% off. If you get a black or an orange strip slide, 20% off. Doing some shout outs to some of the other channels as well as some of the other businesses. Oh yeah, the algorithm's been horrible lately, but if this is the kind of content we're doing, we just have to expect it. It's every once in a while I get some algorithm love, but it is what it is. You know what I haven't done in a while is one of the overnight lives where I just leave the camera on all night long. That was a weird test, and we actually got like 1,000 views out of it. Oh, even this one here, the little Bengal Tiger strip slide that we got going on, is 20% off as well. All the black and orange. Except this one. This is not. This is 15. Even though it's got black in it, I know. Oh. But hey, thanks for all of you guys just joining us, popping in. Welcome to Stiffler Manufacturing, where we turn bars of steel like this one here into the slides you see before you. We do all of our Cerakote work in-house, and we make all of these slides right here in Arizona. CNC machine white noise for sleeping. Yeah. Oh, that'd be cool. We should do some recordings. That's not a bad idea, Dave. We've tried to do lives in the shop. There's just too much metal and wiring in the shop. we've actually gotten a lot of, even though we're connected directly to the router, we get disconnected. And it's like, what the something about machine shops just does not like streaming. Guy of the Sage, what's going on, man? Algorithm is worse than ass. It's complete shit. Giving me irrelevant videos like this. Might as well advertise football-shaped tampons. Pathetic platform. Man, I don't know about that. I'd hardly consider the 2A irrelevant. But that is your choice, my man, as a free, loving American. You can like it. You can hate it. Freedom, man. Try the 1A. That's exactly what we're doing right here, man. 1A is also the way, but when they try to restrict the 1A, you have the 2A. Focus, my man. Pick one up this month. They're 15 to 20% off because Glocktober. Of course, we do have to follow their rules as a private platform, which is unfortunate. But we are engaging in free discussion, for now. I don't know how much longer it's going to be free, but for now, free discussion. It is an interesting thing from my perspective, where I spent 10 years serving the country, and then I come back to listening to people debate the pros and cons of censoring speech. And I find myself just disgusted with people. Ah, here we are. That's what I was looking for. Ollie, man, I get you on that. Oh, that's part. We'd love to buy another machine, just the cash flow isn't there. Aaron, what's going on, man? Oh, heck yeah, absolutely. So we utilize H-Series Hunter Orange and H-Series Graphite Black. And the stencils we use to make this pattern are from Tactical Penguin. The slide itself is 17.4 stainless steel. And it comes with a Trijicon RMR flat optic cut with an aluminum RMR cover plate. It's designed for the Generation 3 Glock 19. With a modified Gen 3 to 5 firing pinhole. That we do, Alex. That we do. Several kinds of camo. The one I have with me is our OD camo. We use mil-spec OD green, desert sand, and Glock FDE. We also have a winter camo, a green camo, a kind of black camo where like the main background color is black. Leaf camo? No, nothing like that yet. But is it where the camo stencils are more of leaf shape? I don't have anything like that yet. But we're always expanding, slowly but surely. Oh, it's definitely a 19. This one here next to it's a 17. Actually, let's do one over the other. Yep, we got a few different kinds of... Oh, we also have our tiger stripe camo. Different than this one. This is our orange tiger. The other one has crocodile green and graphite black. And that one kind of reminds me of like 80s action movies where they were putting that tiger stripe camo on their face. You know, like Arnold Schwarzenegger type stuff. They range between 145 and 285 depending on the model and whichever style of color you're getting, and if it's a strip slide or a complete slide. Though this month all of our strip slides are 15 to 20% off because Glocktober. So like this one here, this one is 20% off because it's orange and black. So graphite black slides, 20% off. Hunter orange slides, 20% off. As well as our tiger here. But everything else here, 15% off. Oh yeah, not a problem, Jerry. Thank you. Hey, thank you for the sub, Alex. Greatly appreciated. Yeah, anytime you have any questions, feel free to ask. Otherwise, I'm just some crazy vet talking to himself. Which, I mean, I'm sure that might be entertaining to some people. Oh, what did John Crump News just post up? Okay, that's more sensationalism news, but it is interesting. Apparently, a politician who's anti-gun fantasized about shooting another politician. Go figure. Hey, Bill Poole, what's going on, man? AZ Style 83. Hey, Arizona is the way. Let's see, nice. What does a ported barrel for a Glock 27 Gen 4 run? We don't have any for that. But you could probably find a barrel on probably Delta Team Tactical or a similar site, maybe MMC Armory. And they probably have barrels that are for that size. Can you make me a ported slide and barrel for a Gen 5 21? Not yet. Not yet, Okie Pew Dude. Right now we are working on 19s and 17s. We're working on completing our first 26. That's in the works. And after that we're doing 43. We would like to do 45 cal and 10 millimeter at some point. And then maybe 40 cal as well, but we're not sure when that's going to happen. All of it depends just kind of how we grow as a business and what our distributors are asking for, what our vendors are asking for, and then of course, yeah, what individual buyers are asking for too. And that kind of just moves how we choose to invest and which slide model comes next. And they are definitely still heavily requesting 19s and 17s. And of course now the 26 with the Glocktober 26X coming out. Oh man, thank you guys for those likes. It's greatly appreciated. And then of course 43, we've gotten a lot of requests for the 43. Hey, we're over 1,430 subs now. That is freaking awesome. Everybody getting a little stiff with Stiffler. What about you guys? What is your EDC of choice? I like to carry around, well, quite frankly, this one here. A Stiffler SM19 Turbo. And then when I'm not doing that, it is usually a Glock 19 Gen 5. Occasionally I'll rock the Ruger SR9E. That one's fun. And occasionally I've got an old 357 revolver that I like to conceal carry, depending on the location I'm going to. Here we go. An old Ruger SR9. Made in Arizona, just like our slides. That's actually why I bought it. Literally just because it was made in Arizona. Smith & Wesson Shield plus 9mm, right on. I had one years ago. Ended up selling it off to a buddy who needed one. Building my wife a Robin's Egg Blue 43X this month. Oh man, you know what? We had Robin's Egg Blue slides, and we just couldn't sell them. Not in any quick time frame, anyway. And we were so disappointed to just discontinue the color because we really loved the way it looked. But that one, along with the bubblegum pink, and a few others. What else? Crimson. There were just certain colors that just did not sell very well, sadly, and we ended up having to get rid of them. And I really like periwinkle. We had periwinkle, which I know, not a manly sounding color, right? But it is a deep blue with tones of purple, and it looks great on a slide. And unfortunately, other people disagreed, and so we ended up getting rid of it. Oh, are they? Supreme Court is possibly taking Connecticut versus Lamont for rifle and magazine ban. Interesting. A blue tiger camo. Z-Rome. Yeah, we have considered it. If it's something that you want, just reach out to us, because we do have NRA blue. We do have graphite black. We could make it happen. Just reach out to us at sales@stifflermanufacturing.com if that's something you want, and we might be able to make it work. I mean, ultimately, it's up to the painters and our planner, but we might be able to do that for you. Or some other colors, like I know some people have asked specific requests for the lightning stencil. Some people wanted different colors than we have. A white one, we have a blue one, shimmer aluminum, and I think we have a gold lightning. And I think we have a red one too. But yeah, if that's a color scheme that you want, just reach out to us at sales@stifflermanufacturing.com. Let them know, hey, I like your tiger stripe camo, but can you do it in this color? Oh yeah, that should look pretty cool, actually. And currently the only blues we're doing is NRA blue, so I'll pop this over here. This is what our NRA blue looks like. We used to have, you know, Robin's Egg blue, periwinkle, and there was another blue. I'm forgetting what it is right now. But currently this is the only blue we have left. So yeah, if you want that color scheme, just reach out to our sales email and let them know that's what you'd like, and they might be able to work with you. I always say might. We've gotten some crazy requests that we could not accommodate, so just, yeah, reach out. And for those of you that have just popped in, all of our slides are 15% off, stripped slides. With the exception of black and orange, those are going to be 20% off. All month long. Hey Pat, how's it going, man? Pat's got a few of our slides. So this one here, Pat, this one's going to be 20% off, along with all of our other graphite blacks and hunter oranges. And then all the other ones, 15% off, including our 17s. Our 17s are part of the sale. And the camos. All the specialty slides, those are part of it too. Oh yeah, 43. Yeah, we're not near that yet. We've still got to finish the 26, and after that, we'll start planning to work on the 43. But I know California is running out of time till July, so I imagine there's going to be a lot of people buying parts, buying guns, getting ready to do their bills to get grandfathered in. For those of you not aware, California has banned all future Glock sales. So this includes the Gen 3. Not just Gen 4s and Gen 5s that they banned previously. They do not want anyone buying Glocks in the future in California starting July 2026. They are also looking to require that all barrels that are detachable, so all pistol barrels, to require a background check. So get them while you can. I'd say I feel sorry, but Californians are Californians, and unfortunately most of them choose to do that. Why did they ban them? Spanish, oh sorry, that's here. Spanish with Nazi? If I pronounced that right. So California just doesn't like guns, for one. And then two, they are claiming that they are preventing future crimes by restricting Glock sales because of the switch. Watcher, yes, you are absolutely right. California is crazy. I mean, Michigan was doing some absolutely crazy stuff back in January. They were talking about banning colors for guns. So the only colors that would be allowed would be black, desert sand, coyote tan, forest green, steel, basically anything tactical or traditional. So things like this purple one here would be illegal just because it's purple. This slide here would be illegal just because it has orange in it. This one illegal because it has white. This one illegal because it's gold. And that is a question that they, for some reason, can't answer, unfortunately, is the criminals have the guns, they coddle the criminals, and then they tell the citizens they can't defend themselves. And, you know, it's amazing, like, gun modification and building didn't used to be super popular. And people that did it were viewed as, man, why are you being weird? But then anti-gunners came in and said, well, we're going to ban this, and they made it instantly popular. And it created this whole industry about building your own, modifying your own stuff. That's a very good view right there. Ooh, swap my camera. It's the same with video games. People that don't play want to ban video games because they think those who play become more violent. Yeah, absolutely. And you know, something I used to do is I would take people out to the range who have no experience, and I was able to get them to do this because I have a military background. So they trusted me because of that experience, but they wouldn't trust other people. They wouldn't go to a class. They wouldn't go and just regular people. They're like, well, he's military, so he knows what he's doing. I guarantee you there's civilian marksmen out there that are way better than me. But that didn't mean I didn't capitalize on their belief system, where I got to use my background to take them to the range and show them, hey, this is not a problem. This is not as scary as you thought it was, because all it was that they were lacking information. They were lacking experience, and the only information they had was what anti-gun politicians or Hollywood told them. And as we all know, Hollywood's full of crap, and so are anti-gun politicians. Gonzo, what's going on, man? Stiff Nation. Oh yeah, I saw that with Assassin's Creed. That was wild that they were able to do that, because they did so many scans to make sure they actually got it correct. Oh, heck yeah, Gonzo. Gonzo, did you get the sale? Did you do the sale? Because we're doing our Glocktober sale. Yeah, that was really cool when they did that for Assassin's Creed. That they, you know, honestly, they should probably start doing that for a lot of historical buildings and sites, if they haven't already, is go through and scan them all, so they can be restored, because there's always some sort of political extremist, there's always some sort of terrorist organization, there's always some sort of natural disaster that is going to rip history from us. And so if people can go through and scan it and get copies, so that when something happens that we can rebuild it or restore it, that'd be cool. Unfortunately, I cannot. And the reason for that is that we have to follow ITAR regulations. And so what that is the U.S. International Traffic in Arms Regulation. And that is run by the United States Department of State's Directorate of Defense Trade Controls, which state that we can only ship firearms parts and accessories to U.S. States and territories. I mean, we can get licensing to ship overseas, but that licensing is incredibly hard to get, and we're not sure we really want to go through all that. It would also require us to become more familiar with a lot of other countries' laws. And sometimes just becoming familiar with our own states is difficult. When you have 50 different states and then 5 territories and a district, it can become quite a bit of a headache. It's possible as we continue to grow. I mean, I won't rule it out. Because we get quite a few requests from Canadians, Brazilians, Indonesia a while back, Venezuela, Germany, Poland. Mexico from time to time. But we have to follow ITAR regulations, and we do. For, you know, the FBI agent watching us. That regulation is actually very specific. It says we can't even ship plant. Not that we would, because why would we want to create competition? but we can't even ship our own plans, like how we make things overseas. And we've had requests like, hey, can you ship us your blueprints? Can you ship us your programs? And we're like, no. Even if you were in the US, we wouldn't do that, because that just creates competition. I love guns, but in Spain, gun laws are terrible. Therefore, I'm living in Bulgaria, which when I will become Bulgarian, I will be able to have real ones. Meanwhile, I can go to a shooting range to shoot. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of... So here's a bit of history I usually impart upon people from other countries, is that during World War II, Great Britain was, of course, being attacked by Germany. And their military was engaged overseas, as you can imagine. But Britain was concerned that they didn't really have any military elements at home defending the homeland. So they created the Home Guard, which is kind of like a National Guard, a militia, that was its sole responsibility was to defend the cities and territory of their homeland. And a lot of it was retired military members, able-bodied citizens that weren't able to join the military, but they didn't have any guns, because all the firearms made were sent off to the army. So Americans donated their personal rifles and shotguns and pistols over to Britain to be used for the Home Guard. And then at the end of the war, Britain destroyed over 90% of those guns. Europe has a thing where they just do not want their citizens to be able to defend themselves until it's too late. If you look at what's going on with the Russo-Ukrainian war, Russia invading Ukraine, there's something about Europe where they don't want their citizens to have the arms needed in case of an invasion. And America has the blessing to be in between two great oceans, with a friendly neighbor to the north and neighbors to the south who, friendly or not, can't really do anything to us. Whereas Europe has a much closer relationship to the world's adversaries. And you would think that Europeans would be a little bit more accepting of having firearms for their own defense, considering Russia's right next door. Bill Pool. Yeah, it is. That's absolutely insane. And the concept is completely alien to Americans because we have the Second Amendment. We have the right to bear arms and build guns. Oh yeah, I've known some people that went over and joined the Ukrainian Foreign Legion. I've talked with people who've been over there. It's not pretty. Modern warfare is certainly crazy. As an American, I am conflicted personally with telling Europe to screw off and deal with Ukraine themselves, and at the same time kicking some Russian ass, because they kind of deserve it. And I don't foresee somebody like Putin, just giving anything up willingly. Given the chance, give it 10 more years, he'll try again. He'll pick another country, and just like he did with Georgia, and just like he did with Crimea, and he's gonna keep doing. The man's former KGB, he wants a restoration of sorts of the Soviet Union. It's super obvious if you take a look at history of what he's trying to do. Which you would think would light a fire under Europe's ass about defending themselves and being better NATO allies. I don't mean to be disrespectful about it, but there's quite a few European countries that are incredibly lazy about their military defense. And I, being military myself, I served for 10 years. I've deployed alongside our NATO allies, and some of them are, they're more like Boy Scouts than soldiers. Some of them are absolutely amazing, and they're great allies to serve alongside, but some of them are, they don't take it seriously. They don't take being a soldier seriously. And it's disappointing, at least compared to us. And I get it, you know, not everyone has our budget, not everyone has our style of training in mind, what we view for being able to handle 2 global conflicts at the same time. But I have to say, from a military standpoint, I am disappointed in a lot of our European allies, because they clearly are not taking Russia seriously. They're not taking their own defense seriously. Oh yeah, as a medic volunteer, I'm sure you saw some crazy stuff. We had some Spanish troops when I was overseas. Germans, Norwegians. Who else do we have? Kuwaitis, Saudis, Canadians, British, of course, some French. Quite a few. I was in Bulgaria and Ireland for a little bit. Very short amount of time, just transitioning, going from one country to another. Ireland's absolutely beautiful. Greenest country I've ever seen. Bulgaria sadly would not let us off the plane because that was COVID times. So we had to stay on the plane for our entire duration in Bulgaria, which sucked. Because as you can imagine, a flight from the United States across the Atlantic, all we wanted to do was just get up and walk around. Time to get some water. And I hope you're all staying hydrated too, because you can't move and groove if you're not hydrated. You can't react to contact and break the enemy's stuff if you're not hydrated. So be like Stiffler. Drink some water. Yep, I had incoming missile alerts and stuff when I was overseas, but we had the good fortune to have our own air defense artillery that would just take it out. Of course, we were getting shot at by those asshole Houthis over in Yemen, and our ADA just took it out of the sky. Never even got close to us. Yep, it has been a war zone now for, what, 3 years? Well, I mean, I guess technically it's been going on since 2014, if you consider Crimea. I remember we studied that. We studied Russian tactics of how they invaded Crimea. And we kind of used that to adapt to our own training here in the U.S. because we saw what they did, how they did it, and I don't think people realize that some of our allies. Is that every time an adversary goes and does a military operation, we analyze the crap out of it. Because we're like, how can we counter this? How can we react to this? And then we go and do field training based on that scenario. Is it perfect? No. But, at least we're trying towards it. I have seen a lot of people go back and forth on war discussions who have no military experience or have not directly or at least indirectly been involved. And the criticisms I personally find amusing. War is, of course, awful. But I will say Russia has done more to target the civilian populace than Ukraine has. Which, unfortunately, civilians and just innocent people get in the way. That is the sad, unfortunate truth of war. It's not your intention to target civilians. They just, unfortunately, tend to get in the way. Especially when you're fighting an opponent that likes to hide amongst the civilian population. In the case of the United States and its global war on terrorism, fighting in Iraq, Afghanistan, Syria, Yemen, you have a enemy that likes to hide it among civilians, so unfortunately civilian casualties happen. But you do what you can to mitigate it, and you don't really see Russia doing anything to mitigate casualties. Which I would consider a stain upon them as professional soldiers, and I don't personally have a lot of respect for the Russian military in general. Don't get me wrong, being a regular soldier, just you do what you got to do, you follow orders, you stick with your guys, and you just try to get out alive. But there are the rules of land warfare, the Geneva and Hague Conventions, that get drilled into you. And then there's your own personal morals that go into when to shoot and when not to shoot, when to engage and when not to engage. And from an outside looking in, they are not doing enough to mitigate damages. Where I know people criticize our own military, but we do as much as we can to mitigate civilian casualties and unnecessary damage. To the point that our guys can even be punished judicially if they don't do what they're supposed to do to prevent damages. Oh yeah, there was a lot of fighting around there. I remember studying some of it when I was still in. We would have briefs every now and then, and we would study how the battles were going. Hey, YCD Guns, what's going on, man? Yep, we're doing a sale, actually. 15% off all stripped slides and 20% off our black slides and our orange slides. Yep, we'll be doing that all month long, all October. Yeah, if you're going to get a slide, man, I'd do it this month because it's 15% off all colors, all strip slides. And then, of course, if you just want a black one or an orange one, it's 20% off those. Probably the best sale we've ever done. Well, it's possible we could do that. A white slide with red cross. If we could find the right stenciling, that's the issue. Though if you didn't do Templar, you could always do Santiago. You know, because they were in Spain as well, as I recall, during the Reconquista. If I remember my old history. What's a 22 handgun that you would recommend for plinking for like 200? I don't know, probably a GSG Firefly or yeah, something like that. I don't know if they're still 200 though. They're German imports and they come threaded. Well, some of them come threaded. Oh, thank you, YCD Guns. Yeah. Whole month-long sale. Got to do it for Glocktober. The Ruger Mark, was it Mark 3 and up? Yeah, those were good. The Ruger 22s. I mean, they might look a little funky to some people, but they work great. Okay, cool. I thought so. It's been a while since I've studied that era of history. But as a commemorative certificate and medal issued to some people that did many things for Spain. Oh, right on. I got a medal from Luxembourg. Let's see. Where do I have that damn thing? There we go. From Luxembourg. Nothing from Spain, though. I gotta put more patches and crap up there. The International March of Dunkirk medal. Which I believe was like King Dunkirk from Luxembourg. Oh, there we go. We've hit the over the hour-and-a-half mark, so this is probably where I'll kill it today. I'll probably do another one later tonight, or maybe one tomorrow morning. We'll see, but yeah. Thank you guys for checking out Stiffler Manufacturing, where we turn bars of steel into gun slides like these ones here for the Generation 3 Glock 19 and Glock 17. We do all of our own Cerakote work. We're based in Arizona. Veteran owned and operated. Hey, Florida boy. They range from $145 to $285, but we are doing a sale this month for Glocktober. So they are 15 to 20% off. Check it out on our website at stifflermanufacturing.com. Yeah, they're Gen 3 19s, but they'll fit on a 19X. You can look up how to swap them. Yeah, if any of you guys got final questions, by all means. It's fun to visit, but it is, it's big. I recommend looking up some context videos. There's a few Brits who did like a whole TikTok, YouTube thing about visiting here. It is far bigger than people realize. So you could visit here 100 times and never see everything. You could be here for 100 weeks and you'd never see everything. All right, that's probably where... Oh, thank you so much. You as well. That's probably where I'll call it. We've been on for almost an hour and 40 minutes. But thank you all for checking out Stiffler Manufacturing. I greatly appreciate the likes and subs. It's so appreciated. And check out our website, stifflermanufacturing.com. If you're looking to modify your Glock 19 or 17 or do a new build, we're doing a sale all month long, 15 to 20% off. So thank you so much. And as always, stay 2A every day.